But all I'm gonna say is this: this is my whole thing. My whole issue is just like, again, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, because y'all worrying about the Senzu Bean thing, y'all gonna break this down into a whole monologue about the ins and outs and the writing and shit. And I'm not really trying to hear that shit. And that's no offense to you, but my whole point and feeling how I feel is about Dragon Ball Z as a whole, because I think the community at times is toxic when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, because they think Dragon Ball Z is the end all be all standard in things when it comes to like shonen anime. And I just don't agree with that. Because I think when Dragon Ball Z has its flaws in writing, we always excuse it. It kind of gives me like, MJ vibes at times, but like to me in the wrong reasons, because there's all this new shit out that's just as good. And I feel like we just try to act like Dragon Ball Z got no flaws. And I just like, come on, man. Like,
no, so that's fine.
Give me a break.
No, here's the thing. That's fine. I don't think Dragon Ball is the greatest story ever. Like, I think it's a really well written story. But I think Toriyama is a phenomenal writer. But I guess my question is, what was the problem with the Senzu Bean?
I mean, to me, it just my only issue with it is well, one, it's interpretive, like whoever what you think of that scenario, but ultimately, I don't feel like that was something that had to be done. You feel me? Like it didn't have that didn't like I understand why he did it, but to me, it wasn't something that had to happen. And so, like, you could explain it this way and that way, but that's not something that actually had to happen. That's how I feel about it.
I feel you. Did it have to happen? No, but I think Goku. This is one thing I like about Goku. Goku handles conflicts differently depending on the situation. So, for example, when Goku was at Goku has conflict differently when he's at a disadvantage, or when he has something up his sleeve. So, for example, when he's fighting Frieza is way stronger. He's trying to sneak him with a spirit ball. He tries to sneak him, right? But when he goes to Super Saiyan, he lets Spirit power up. The difference is that when he knows he can't win, he knows other people are in danger, he will try to get rid of people. He knows that. But when he got Super Saiyan, he knows Frieza can't fuck with me now. Yeah, go ahead, power up. I'll let you power up. Now, because I know you can't touch me now. Now I can. Now he takes it back to martial arts when I think because he's a martial artist at heart. When the situation allows for him to be a martial artist, he'll take that. And so he knows, like when he tells Gohan that you got to fight Cell, Goku knew he wasn't strong enough to beat Cell. He asked Gohan, like, how were you able to keep up with me and Cell? He was like, yeah, I was, but y'all weren't really trying. He's like, no, you're just so much stronger than us that it looks like you were trying. Like, so Gohan, whether or not Cell took the Senzu Bean or not, Gohan and Super Saiyan was so much stronger than both of them that Goku was like, no, like, my son's gonna still beat you, like, even with this, because his thing was Gohan has to get angry to Super Saiyan 2. Like, that's because it's not about if Gohan has the strength to kill Cell, it's more so the desire to kill Cell. And not because when that rage comes out is when he will have the desire to kill Cell. Because Goku's like, we have no other option. Gohan, you have to do this or we're all gonna die. So I just think that because the situation was controlled and it all but depended on, like, if you take the Senzu Bean out, the same thing still happens.
It's controlled, and you think the environment was controlled?
Yeah. Yes, because
what do you mean?
Here's why I said
Gohan could win at any time.
Yeah, Gohan could win at any time.
But what I'm saying is,
trolling. I'm like, bro, just
I understand what y'all saying about his latent power, but we also agree that Gohan didn't really know what he was yet at that time. They were inexperienced.
No, he did know. He did know. He said it. He literally talks to Cell. And he tells Cell, I know why my dad picked me. My dad picked me because if I get angry.
But he didn't know how to achieve that power.
What I'm saying is he don't know how to. Yeah, exactly. That's my point of it. I know that we are all aware of what Gohan's latent abilities are, but again, Riddell said as well. Like for him to get there, I mean, I have to see an android's face get stomped in mud hole and for him to like tap into what he is.
Android 16 saved that scenario. Like 100%. If Android 16 wasn't there, they would have been screwed. Straight up screwed. They would have.
And look, and I want you to know, and I would also say,
100%. A lot of people would have died.
And I will also say this, bro, and I'm gonna throw you some skin here because truly, I think him also throwing Cell to Senzu Bean is why he's a good father. You know why? Because what should parents always do when it comes to their children? Believe in their potential and their abilities. And so I will say, getting the Senzu Bean, so Gohan helps tap into this other part of what he could be. But, and I think that's good parenting. But ultimately, I still also know that did not have to take place for him to get there. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel that.
And you could have just wrote Cell being too strong, you know, and Gohan just snapping. You know, I don't think it had to be the whole my son. You need this Senzu Bean because my son is stronger than you. He doesn't know it yet. You know, it could have been Cell's overwhelming Gohan, or Cell did something dirty and absorbed another motherfucker and got this extra power. And you know what I'm saying? So I just think personally that didn't have to be written that way.
But you know what though? If
I'm
Gohan,
not, you know, that's just how I look
if
at
Cell was stronger than Gohan, then Goku doesn't send him out there to fight him though.
That's true.
Like
I agree with
Say
that.
that. Wait, say that again.
If
True,
Cell
true,
was stronger
true.
than Gohan, Goku would not send him out
He
there.
doesn't send him out there because we can say you could write it differently.
That's
but
fine. Yeah.
Because he only sends Gohan out there because he knows Gohan is stronger, even in Super. You know he's stronger. So
what it could have been, but what if it could have also been a scenario where like maybe Cell did something dirty, you know, and why couldn't Gohan, you know, use his words, talk no jutsu, like Gohan, you him, like nigga, I'm about to die, like
Cell
I need
cannot
to save
talk
us.
about jutsu, bro. Cell
Goku.
No, no. So you know the funny thing about it is that Gohan tries. Gohan literally says, "Cell, we don't have to fight. Like I don't like to fight the way that Dad."
I remember that.
And Cell was like, "Oh, if you don't fight, I'm blowing the Earth up." like he said, "If you don't fight, I'm gonna blow this planet up. And if you lose, I'll blow the planet up." So like, he couldn't have.
That's true. That's actually a good point.
He goaded him the whole time.
I think more so you just wanted to play out differently. But my thing is, if he doesn't give him the Senzu Bean, I think the events play exactly the same because Gohan just didn't want to fight. He didn't want to kill Cell. So if you take the Senzu Bean out of it, the events still play exactly the same. In my opinion, I don't think that there's.
I also agree to that, but you also keep him. So at the end of the day, Goku didn't make a good decision in that situation. Like I know what his intention was, but it wasn't a good decision. Even Goku thought it wasn't a good decision because the moment he realized, oh, Gohan is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's like, oh, I need a Senzu Bean. But then they start getting their ass kicked by Cell Juniors. So it's like in that situation, you said what?
That's a dude. If you don't even give Cell Senzu Bean though. Like the point of
that
Goku
realized that in that situation, Gohan is not doing what he thought he was going to do. And after he realized that, he was like, oh, I made the wrong decision.
But you know,
because Gohan didn't do what I thought he was going to do.
I know, but the point about that is that he doubted himself, but then he said, actually, I was right. He literally says, I told you I was right. So the point about that was Toriyama provides Piccolo there to bring tension. Did Goku make the right decision? Who knows? But then when Gohan transformed, he's like, oh, actually, I was right. I don't think him doubting his decision means the wrong decision. I just think he doubted himself for a second. Then Gohan transformation proved that he was right.
Because of Android 16. Right? Android 16 sacrificing his life and then dying right in front of Gohan and talking to him.
I said Goku's argument was, because here's my thing, right? If Gohan doesn't step to fight him, they all die. Like he literally said, if y'all don't provide me a fight, I'm blowing the Earth up. So either Gohan goes out there regardless. Like that doesn't matter. He's going out there regardless.
Right.
Goku's point was, if Gohan gets angry, he will kill Cell. And he got angry and killed Cell. That's what happened.
But the Senzu Bean, you threw it in there because you were overconfident, thinking that, oh yeah, Gohan was going to do what he's going to do. Do it to Cell, healed him completely up. Goku realized, oh, Gohan is not doing what I thought. I was overconfident. He's not doing what he's doing. And then Cell, at that point, Cell was beating the crap out of everybody, got tired. Cell Jr. is doing what they're doing. It was like, oh, damn. Then Android 16 got involved, like, oh, I need to sacrifice my life. Because even 16 thought he was going to be able to take him out. It was like, go on. And I'm going to give you this speech. I'm going to do that talk no jutsu with you. And then he died right in front of him. Then Gohan transformed.
No, the problem.
So just because you thought of something and then it's happened to play out doesn't mean you're right.
No, stop. The problem with that is that it's not a bro. The problem with that is that if he doesn't give him the Senzu Beans, Gohan, everything happens exactly the same. Gohan doesn't magically have the desire to fight if Cell doesn't have the Senzu Beans. That's just not how that works. It just their only option is to let Gohan fight him. Senzu Bean.
No, I agree. Gohan should fight him.
The reason why I'm saying it doesn't matter if he has Senzu Bean or not is that Gohan doesn't magically get the desire to fight. He would still need 16 regardless. So that's what I'm saying. The Senzu Bean plays no factor in the outcome because because if you I don't even realize this, but Cell what he did to them with he could have done that anyways. Cell held back against Goku, Cell held back, and Goku was stronger than all of them combined. He literally one tapped Vegeta without trying a few days before, 10 days before. He could have wiped them. The only person he could not wipe out instantly was Gohan. He literally toyed with Goku. He even tells Goku, you take a Senzu Bean and you might have a little chance slightly. And Goku says, even if I take a Senzu Bean, I can beat you. Goku, like what you just said, Goku taking a Senzu Bean. Goku acknowledges if I take a Senzu Bean, I would still get annihilated by Cell. He says that.
Question, Ty. So like in a different, like say like in JJK, there's a situation where like they say like, hey, Yuji can surpass and beat Sukuna, but we like he can if he like gets upset enough, like say someone like say like Maki dies in front of him or something like that. But then they're like, hey, we're gonna give Sukuna this like little power up thing to like help him, but Yuji can beat him regardless. Like a similar situation like that. Would that make sense?
But it would depending on the character, and it would depending on the situation. Is Itadori already overwhelmingly stronger than Sukuna?
That's the
Gohan in Super Saiyan was stronger than both of them. If Itadori right now was overwhelmingly stronger than Sukuna, then boosting Sukuna doesn't do anything. He still loses.
Because that's the point y'all were missing. There's a guarantee. He knows Gohan will win. It's not I think he can or maybe I know Gohan will win.
I get the Goku knows. My thing is like if the Senzu Bean wasn't needed because like the android was the trigger regardless. So like Gohan would have won regardless. Then the Senzu Bean technically wasn't a plus then because like. Not saying that's like necessarily negative because if it's not needed, then like it's not needed. Because if it wasn't needed, because if the android was the trigger in the first place, if that's the catalyst to get Gohan to where he needed to be, and not Cell being like fully fresh, to beat the shit out of Gohan, then technically it was just like a not added stressor, but it was just an added negative against Gohan that wasn't needed technically.
It wasn't though. Like in Dragon Ball, the power levels are very straightforward. Like for example, in the Saiyan Saga, Nappa being a power of 8,000 and Tien being a power of 1,000. Tien, no matter what he does, he can never beat Nappa. Like he just couldn't. It doesn't matter if Tien gets his ass beat against Senzu Bean, he'll get his ass beat again. So what I'm saying is like because the power system in Dragon Ball is so straightforward, there is no extra loophole. If you were just not like Cell could not kill Gohan, he just couldn't. Like he's just because he's weaker than Gohan, he can't kill him. So whether he gets a Senzu Bean or not doesn't impact Gohan's. It does not affect Gohan's outcome.
If Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2, which is the big thing.
In Super Saiyan, because the funny thing about it is he attacks Gohan, and then everyone's freaking out, and then Goku's like, y'all do know Gohan's all right. And then Gohan literally gets up like, Cell, I don't want to fight you, bro. So Cell attacks Gohan, Gohan gets up like, that even phase him, like, bro, I don't want to fight you. Like
I know what you're talking about. I guess the big thing from it is like the
Senzu Bean was just an unneeded contingency, I guess.
The big thing behind it is like the potential ramifications if he doesn't transform in time, right? Because if Cell just starts killing everybody else, then Gohan turning Super Saiyan 2 is meaningless to an extent. Like the world won't get destroyed, but a lot of people he cares about will die.
But the difference is that the Senzu Bean has nothing to do with that. Because if Cell doesn't take the Senzu Bean, nothing changes. So Gohan would still need to get the rage to fight.
No, I'm with you, but I'm talking about like in terms of potential harm. It's not harm to Gohan necessarily; it's harm to people around Gohan, which would be the important thing.
I guess my problem with that is it's like they had no other option. So that the only option they have is to let Gohan fight Cell, and obviously it comes with risk. But there's nothing else they could have done. So I think they're saying it could have went bad, sure, but if they do something else, it goes worse.
So like you realize there's no other You realize there's no other option, but then you make the situation worse by giving him a Senzu Bean.
It's not worse because he's nowhere near.
Y'all are making it so hard.
No, I like it what you're saying. I'm not.
I have a question.
Because what I'm saying is whether he gives a Senzu Bean or not, if Gohan does not fight, get killed. Whether one person, 2 person, 3 person, 5 people die, the end point is everyone dying. Like.
Imagine this, y'all.
And there's no value of giving the Senzu Bean.
Is there a situation, Mao? Because here's my only question: is there a situation where he doesn't get the Senzu Bean, but the android still dies? Would Gohan be able to kill him quicker?
It would be the same result.
Same result, but would it be faster?
The reason why Goku gets the Cell Senzu Bean is because when Goku has the upper hand in the fight, he's still in confidence in Gohan, and he's treating it like because he's a martial artist at heart. So his thing is like he thinks it should be a fair fight. He's only saying that because Gohan can win. That's the only reason he's saying that. Because again, in the Frieza side, he literally tried to sneak Frieza. When he has more power than him, he's like, okay, you can transform. Like to me, this is like imagine if Sukuna at full power. Let's say for this conversation, he kicks Megumi's ass, right? Let's say full power school kicks Megumi's ass. Is Megumi getting full health? Is that like hurting Sukuna's chances? No, because he can't fuck with him. Regardless. Right. That's the point I'm making. Because Cell could not fuck with Gohan regardless, him against Senzu Bean is not affected. This is about Goku wanting Gohan to be a full powered Cell. Like that's it. That's literally it.
So I think we just won't. I think there's just going to be a disconnect because I still think Goku's decision was bad because it was made based off overconfidence in that situation. Yes, you know he's going to beat him, but you don't know how it's going to get triggered. So like in that situation, especially when you immediately thought, oh, Gohan is not doing what I thought he was doing, and then you thought, oh, I am wrong. Luckily, Android 16 was the trigger. It all worked out in the end. Like in that situation, you were still wrong, but it did work out at the end.
Rodell, if him placing doubt in himself, it's funny how you say he said he was wrong, but then you ignored that right after he said he was right. Me having doubt does not mean.
But he wasn't right based off his situation. He didn't know how the trigger was going to happen. It was Android 16 that caused the trigger.
The problem that is that his situation was vague. It wasn't this will happen and then Gohan get mad. He said Gohan will get angry and win. That's what he said. He didn't set out specific parameters of how Gohan will get angry, will be the trigger. He just said Gohan will get angry and kill Cell. That's all he said. He didn't say he'll do it like this and this. Oh, this didn't go right. He just said Gohan's gonna kill Cell when he gets angry, and that's what happened. Like that's just what happened.
So that's even worse. When it's vague like that, you want to make sure you put yourself in the best position for things to go well. You don't put yourself in the best position when you give a bean to your opponent to fully heal him. Like that doesn't benefit you.
Objectively, in a fight, you would rather be at an advantage than even. That's what I think Riddell's trying to say.
The problem that is the reason it wasn't vague because I'm just thinking of something right. It was vague because it had to be. There's no way he can specifically plot out the exact way the fight would go. That's how fight
exactly.
Works.
So if you knew that, then why would you make it worse by healing the opponent?
Yo, Rodell, you think? Hold on a second. Time out. You think if he doesn't get Senzu Bean that the situation is better? How so?
So wait, say that again.
No, because if you said it made it worse, that means that without Senzu Bean, that means it would have been better. So how so?
No, not necessarily. When it comes to a decision, no. When it comes to your decision, the decision that Goku is making in that situation, it would have been overall if he didn't do it, it would still be neutral. But you still can make it worse based off your own intentionality. In that situation, when Goku did what he did, he made a situation that he didn't even know how it was going to, like how all the pieces were going to put together, made it worse by making the villain stronger.
Rodell, the problem with this is that you're saying it made it worse, but I'm actually remove the variable, it stays the same. Then how did it made it worse? If the Senzu Bean was there or not, and the situation stayed the same, how did the Senzu Bean is a worse scenario if both scenarios are exactly the same? Doesn't make sense.
That's hindsight. Like that's hindsight at the end of the day. Because Goku, the thing when it comes down to it, the biggest part of this is Android 16 getting involved. Like Goku didn't know that was going to happen, but luckily it did.
Rodell, the problem with this is you're saying this is made it worse. How? I'm asking you how.
Bro,
you can't just say it made it worse, and then you can't tell me even how it made it worse. How did it make it worse?
Well, I keep on saying when it comes to Goku and his decision, he did it over confidence. And in terms of a fight, every time a fight happens and you make the guy stronger or at 100%, in those situations, it's always going to be a worse situation. Like you're looking at hindsight, it all worked out. But in terms of the circumstance itself, you make your guy at 100 health or make him stronger versus the other guy. That is a worse situation every single time.
Wait, hold on a second. How is it if regardless he can't beat him? Right there, this makes no sense, bro. If also he said why did Gohan fight Cell? Gohan fought Cell so that Gohan could watch Cell and learn his moves. That's why he fought Cell first, Lewis. Just to let you know. He literally watched it so Gohan could it's basically a scouting report for Gohan.
Riddell, are you kind of saying like think of it like this? Because the way Riddell's talking about, I'm thinking of it like a parlay. So like the fight's like a basketball parlay, and then the Senzu Bean is just like he's never watched hockey in his life. He just made a random hockey bet that just added like a few extra bucks, and just the parlay happened to hit, but he knew nothing about. So like it was no harm, no foul because it worked out. But at the same time, you didn't know how it was going to play out.
Is that the Dragon Ball power system is so straightforward. It is literally if you are stronger than someone, that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no better way it could go, and that's what you're not understanding, bro. What I'm saying is because Cell was weaker than Gohan, regardless, nothing changes. Nothing. Like literally zero. It doesn't matter if he's full health, if he's significantly weaker. It just doesn't change anything.
We'll just agree to disagree in this one. But I do have a question for you, Ty, in terms of Goku's decision. Do you think Goku should have killed Frieza on Planet Namek after Frieza tried to attack him?
He tried to kill him.
Like kill him for
Like
good.
so
Make
he's talking
sure
about
he's
he's talking about when remember when Goku's flying away,
He tried
right?
to
And then he gave Frieza a little bit of his energy, and then Goku's flying away. Then Frieza throws the Destructo disc at him, and then he's like, "Damn you, Frieza!" And he shoots the one-handed, basically Kamehameha. He tried to kill him right there because he was mad. He gave Frieza a chance.
Tried to kill him, and they revealed that he tried to kill him, but he didn't realize like, oh, I must have pulled my punch a bit. But in his mind, he was trying to kill him.
Oh shit, we had a poll. Is the poll done?
Hold on a second. Because he tells Trunks, he's like, dang, I probably was too soft on him then. But his intention at that moment was to kill Frieza.
Because he was
So
mad.
he realized
He was mad that Frieza took that chance. That literal second chance of life that he got, and he used it to try and kill him. He's like, damn. When Goku said "damn you, Frieza" and launched that attack back at him, I think that was legitimately trying to kill him. I just don't think he.
But he says he
put
pulled
enough
his,
amount
he
of power
pulled
on.
his punches.
So
how are you trying to do something?
I think he's mad. He just didn't put enough power into it.
No, right now, that's him. Look, that's him looking at Hase and saying, "Oh, that must have been the reason." Like he tried to kill him. He literally tried. But just his heart. I guess I think the best way to look at this is that looking back, like, damn, I probably was still being soft. But he was trying to kill him though.
So you think Goku subconsciously?
Exactly. That's what he acknowledges to Trunks when Trunks comes back.
Oh, JayRob,
Throughout
check the private chat.
legitimate question. What happened?
So I just need JayRob check the private chat.
Oh,
but you guys good.
When it comes to Goku, like throughout the course of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball and Super, I don't know. Dragon Ball, you could probably inform me because I haven't read Dragon Ball. Is there any other time where Goku tried to kill someone and didn't succeed?
When he tried to kill someone and he didn't succeed. Cell, like he blew Cell's top of Cell's head off and failed.
That warp Kamehameha was devious.
He blew
the only reason Cell's alive is because Piccolo's cells are in his veins.
He literally tried to kill that boy.
But like when he's stronger, because he knew he wasn't stronger than Cell. Like when he's stronger and he knows he can kill him.
When he's stronger,
he knew he was strong. He wasn't stronger than Cell.
When he's well, the difference with that is that his power level was shot up, and that's why he blew his top of his head off. But when he tried to kill someone and he didn't kill them when he was stronger than them.
Yeah, so when he tried to kill someone, he knows he's stronger than them. He knows he has the ability to kill them, and he doesn't kill them.
No, that's the only reason I said this because I think Goku at that time in the story was I think Goku's evolution changed, right? Because in OG Dragon Ball he could kill people. In Z he was trying to figure out a way, and this is a good part I like about it, is that how he can be able to mitigate risk but still remaining who he is. Like that's what he was trying to do, right? Him trying to, I think the best example of this is that if his mercy is with Kid Buu, that he killed Kid Buu, but he said, "I wish you come back as a better person." Right? Like I think that Goku at those points in time is that when he has the ability to extend mercy, he'll attempt to. Right? Like if he does it, if he knows he has to kill you, like for example, he didn't have to kill Frieza, and so that's why I think that's where the subconscious like pulling his punch came from. Because he didn't even have to. Like no one's in danger. He said if you say you ever try to come out, you know I'll stop you. Like even in the future timeline with Trunks, Goku instant transmissioned to Earth to kill Frieza. Like in Trunks' timeline, he did.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right. Okay, I'm with you. I do want to reveal in terms of a poll, in terms of is Goku a good husband poll, and the chat, 45% said nah, he's mid, 18% he said he's bad, and 36% said he's good. Another poll I do want to.
So Ty lost.
So Ty lost that.
That's crazy.
Ty lost.
I think the one thing we have to understand is how much Abridged, Ty, and I think you've said it before, how much Abridged has formed people's opinion of.
Bro, you can't tax people without knowing if they watch their Abridged or not, though.
No, random. What we gotta do is we gotta stop gloating. We gotta stop glazing the bare minimum. Do more than the bare minimum, guys.
He's
That's how you
saving
keep
the
a girl.
planet, Lonnie. He's saving the
That's his
planet.
job, Random.
That
That's
is
nothing to do
his
with being a
job.
husband.
How was that
That's
his
his
job? He could have just said no and dipped.
You know, probably this that he
I know plenty of
balances
people in the military that are terrible husbands or wives. Plenty of them.
Something he want to tell you is that he balances both. Literally in
I
beginning.
know cops that are terrible husbands and wives.
Lottie, the problem that is that he literally is spending time with his family and training at the same time. That's a problem. He's not.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Does that make you great? Like I know plenty of people that spend time with their families, but they're shit parents.
Lottie, you have no evidence he did. What I have evidence is that him going above and beyond. This man was in the afterlife coaching Gohan, bro. Like to me, I have examples of him going above them. You don't have any of him being below average. You have none.
I mean, he has the tools.
You're
If
just
you have a
saying
cell
spending
phone,
time.
call your son.
Lonnie,
You got a cell phone, call
Lonnie.
your son. Come on.
I said you have no examples of him being mid or bad. You just say he's bad because
I'm just going based off the poll.
Like you're just saying, oh, he spent time with them. I'm sorry, isn't that what? I know plenty of people that spend time with their spouses, and it's like the worst times of their lives. I'm just saying. So it's like not saying that that's. I'm not saying that that's Chi-Chi and Goku. Not saying that's them. I'm just saying like just judging like, oh, they spent time with me. That means that they're great. Is not that doesn't equate. That doesn't equate time.
Like this rapper, you gotta read it, Lonnie. He made multiple sacrifices. Him not training Gohan initially wasn't making sense. He wanted to train Gohan, but he said, I will sacrifice this guy. I know this way Chi-Chi wants. In Super, he's literally working. I want to train with King Kai, but I'm making a sacrifice for my family. Those sacrifices aren't the bare minimum. Sacrifices are acts of love. Literally.
Literally.
Like, that's like
The people have spoken.
like love is sacrifice, but I guess I don't need to